my kids, it gets me motivated. Don't gotta say it, I just know the hating. Little white boy, tattoos and money, Ben had that motion, baby. I got that motion like the ocean, baby. 9 to 5, then the 5 to 9, yeah, they used to call me crazy. I put that work in, you can't call me lazy. I'm in the light, no pressure, never faze me. Got me shining like a diamond, put one on my lady. Only one girl who could call me baby. Vision clear, I used to see it hazy. Vision clear, I could see it now. Every time they try to take me out, back to back, I'm wildin' now. I hit the top and didn't say a word. I hit the top and didn't say a word, and still they never shout me out. This not for you, I'm tryna make me proud. This not for you, I'm tryna make me proud. In the mirror, say it loud. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. Camera action, telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. What you get you see, I'll always be me. What you get you see, I need no ID, I need nothing, no, something roll. I like Kim Rose, I need money rolls, flip it go, see you when I'm old. In a Tesla, still would ride a diesel, I'm not Greeno, but the checks was. Now they come in wires, I'm retired off the desk months. I was in the creek, then in the dirt, I lived on both sides. Still was always me, no double life, can't pick the best ones. Friends, they come and go, still are the best ones. Through the lowest lows, and I still got blessed up. I've been running non-stop, I can't rest up. I'll just keep on working till I'm the best up. I've been trying to do right, but getting left much. Slipped and fell a few times, still got my chest up. In the gym, I got my chest up. New Tacovas on my toes, now that the check's up. Giddy up! Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous. Look in the mirror just for motivation. I see my past, I see my kids, it gets me motivated. Don't gotta say it, I just know the hating. Little white boy, tattoos and money, Ben had that motion, baby. I got that motion like the ocean, baby. 9 to 5, then the 5 to 9, yeah, they used to call me crazy. I put that work in, you can't call me lazy. I'm in the light, no pressure, never faze me. Got me shining like a diamond, put one on my lady. Only one girl who could call me baby. Vision clear, I used to see it hazy. Vision clear, I could see it now. Every time they try to take me out, back to back, I'm wildin' now. I hit the top and didn't say a word. I hit the top and didn't say a word, and still they never shout me out. This not for you, I'm tryna make me proud. This not for you, I'm tryna make me proud. In the mirror, say it loud. Lock in, lights, camera, action. Telly, SBN, it's a top scene. Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a purpose, we don't do it to be famous. Really they been hating cause they ain't us. Lock in and get dangerous.
So good afternoon, how are we pool fans? We are just about to begin our main event semi-final, Liam Monk and Ramesh Gokul, refereed by our esteemed referee Julian Roper. So this is looking like a good match, both players been playing very well. Joined with me in the booth by Ben Taylor-Fuentes, who will hopefully be able to give us a bit of a rundown on both these players' routes to the semi-final.
Yeah, it's not something I've actually got prepared because it's the first time I've not been prepared.
I was looking at your notebook thinking, oh, surely he's got it there.
Nah, that was the last match, unfortunately. But yeah, I can absolutely take a quick look now. Liam Monk. Yeah, Liam Monk came through 9-1 against Mark Legaspi in the first winners round. And then he actually put Mark Capito into the losers bracket with a 9-4 win there. Mark's in the other semi-final now, playing against Dean Shields, that you can see on the Spots and Stripes YouTube channel. So a big victory there. And then he's beaten Phil Wildman. Phil's very capable. I remember Phil beating Albin Ocean in an event, World 9 Ball Tour event. So he beat him 9-6. And then in the last 16, he beat Richard Saunders 9-5, and then he's just come through against Mark Foster 9-5 to get here. So that's his route. And Danny Gokul, by comparison, he's come through 9-4 against Hugh Davies, and then beaten Stephen McKinley 9-2 comfortably. And then he beat Jake Newlove, who we've seen a couple of times today, 9-4, put him into the loser's side. And then he's beaten Michael Hope, club favourite here, obviously his club, 9-5 in the last 16. And in the quarter-final, he just beat Matthew Wrigley, 9-7. So those are the routes. Both players coming through.
Some good scalps on both sides.
Yeah. There. And Ramesh is looking to make his second final in a row. Last time, people said it was a bit of a surprise, but not the way I've seen him play on the World 9 Ball Tour, and certainly not the way I've seen him play here at these events. But I think this might be a bit of a local club for him, is that right?
I think so, I'm not sure on that.
No, well, certainly he's played enough on this arena table now, having made it to the last final. It might as well be a home club if it isn't.
So I think Liam was playing the pot there, but he's not quite got away with it. He's left an edge of this, and well, I hate to question a player's shot choice, but I'm not 100% what the goal was there. I think there were simpler ways to play safe.
Yeah, he seemed to hit that quite quickly. Like, obviously, as soon as he's hit the shot, you can see what he's tried to do. He's tried to hit it thin and go twice, but was it necessary?
That's a miss there. Not easy queuing off the rail like that at distance. Yeah, it's near the pocket, but it's not in the pocket. Very easy for that one to just kind of slide away from you. So I'm not going to be too critical, especially early doors in the match.
Yeah, super nervy start though from both players. Whoever wins this rack will be pleased to get over the line.
So Ramesh has gone for the short cue.
So this match remains a race to 9. The final will be a race to 11, but the semi-finals remain a race to 9.
So looking at this, I think, though it's quite a little thin back cut, I think the 2 is available to the middle. Bit of a twitchy one to hold for the 4. Yeah, they're just not settled at the minute, you can see. He's chucked a very quick one in there, Liam has.
Yeah, seems a very nervy start. But Danny now has a chance. He'll probably play this long in order to get the position.
I think he's potentially looking at cannoning the 8. Oh no, he is playing it long. No mistake.
Once again, there's been a feature of this table today. Players coming up short after bouncing off the side rail. Maybe it's not bouncing as strongly as they're expecting, or the cloth not quite as quick as they're expecting. Now he's got this thin one. It's just looking at the 5-9, whether that is set to go into the bottom left corner. If so, it'll affect his shot choice here.
Looks to be playing. Yeah, well, it looked like he was playing top on the cue ball there, which tells me he didn't want to disturb the 5-9. So I think it must be set. You know, if he elected not to dig into that and try and open them out. Now, what do you do here? Could, if it's set the other way for the 9-5 combo, you could potentially try and develop the 4 here, cannon the 9 and make the 5. Yeah, which he's doing. And yeah, you need a little bit of luck there, and he's not quite got it. You know, the cue ball's kind of just stayed right near the 9. There is a shot here. It's hard to know what he's feeling like. I think he's taking this on. Yeah, he is. Very good shot.
Well, considering what they've missed so far in this first rack, that is a great pot.
Got a bit of work to do here. Yeah, and this is a bit of another tough one. Draw to the side and back over for the 7. Oh no, he'd rather go that way. Don't mind that. So again, just took his medicine there a little bit, 78. He's left with a long 7 here. Just run it forward. Yeah, good shot.
Julian Roper looking after proceedings in this semi-final. There's Liam deposits the 9 to take an early 1-0 lead.
So a nervy start from both players, but Liam's held it together well to get that first rack on the board.
Yeah, a couple of really good pots towards the end there. Like I say, especially after how it started, with much easier ones being missed by both players. He'll be much happier of the 2 now. And he still needs to settle. But he does get a chance in this alternate break format to hit straight back.
There's the 1 ball on the side. A little bit of an unlucky spread there with the way the 2 has just stayed in amongst the pack.
So a very thin edge is all he can see here. But he's made the most of it.
Yeah, it's a good save.
He might have just left a gap.
Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. I was going to say, otherwise he's done a good job of like taking away most of the nice escape routes, but if there is an edge just between this 8 and 3, which it looks like there is. Oh no, there wasn't an edge.
Tough to judge from distance.
And that's gone all sorts of wrong because it's kind of opened things up a little bit as well now. 2, 3, let's see. Yeah, you get 3 to 4 nicely with an angle up for the 5. And roll there from there, really. Not too much to do. Just to keep a nice angle.
Again, just a bit short.
A bit short and a bit close to the rail. Because you'd like to be coming up, for the 5 in the side pocket. From here, you've kind of got to punch this a bit. You can kind of lose the pace a little bit. Pot can become a bit missable. Yeah, he's pulled out of that. He's pulled out, and you've seen the result of it. Just that little D-cell.
He's absolutely not settled yet. I thought when Liam gave him that opportunity, it was a perfect chance to get himself settled. But the 3 to the 4 caused the problem.
This is... I think you can just, float behind the 8 down for the 6 in the bottom left pocket. Just got to be a little bit mindful of the 7, not to snooker yourself, and whatever you do, don't clip the 8. Whatever you do, don't clip the 8.
Didn't just clip it, he hit it half ball.
Yeah, both of these players are struggling a little bit. That's not a mistake I would expect from someone of Liam's standard.
And he's sold out. Sold out. So Danny's chance now to establish himself in this match.
A little shake of the head there. I suppose he is a little straight, but just draw. Yep, there we go. Draw out and back over. That's fine. So 1-1. So Liam to break now, 1-1. Just needs to settle himself a bit. There we go. 1 on the side. Shot on the 2, but again, they're kind of clustering a little bit down table off these breaks. This one not so much as last rack, but a few things to work out here. I think the 3 is available into both pockets. The problem is he's very straight on this 2. Oh, he's digging. Well, either way, you can try and maybe really force this round with top right, but that's a horrible shot to have to take on. Can go all sorts of wrong. Digging with reverse side. Don't know.
The one thing I thought he wouldn't do is just try to punch out.
He's not looking happy at all. He had a little bit more angle than I thought, but you know, as you see there, just not quite enough to do what he wanted. So, trying to come off the bottom rail here with right hand side and get a kick and stick. And he's got, well, that works too. That works fine. To be fair, that's actually probably better. He may have actually played it that way. Well, I did get a little contact with the 3 on, I think, the 4 ball. So, Rami here with a kick. Oh no, he's jumping. I thought he had his playing cue. So now Liam with ball in hand. Let's have a look at the route. 3, 4, 5 is the main bit to work out. The 8 being where it is makes things makes things a bit less automatic. Yeah, that's okay. So go 2 rails here, maybe even bring the 3rd rail into play. Take the 4 to the middle, round for the 5 in the top right corner. You might stun it. This is nice. He's not got too much angle, so he should be able to just draw back here. That's it.
The early signs that Danny is going to have to really get to grips with this table if he's going to stand any chance of getting to his 2nd final in a row, because the only racket he's won so far is pretty much handed to him. We've seen him play a lot better than this, but it is early days. It is a semi-final. There will be nerves, and maybe the table is playing a bit different to the ones they've played on the outside.
That's nice. Nice timed, smooth delivery of the cue there on that 8. You know, I think he's settling down a bit now. Yeah. He started to settle a little bit. He was looking a little bit quick on the delivery earlier, but his timing's looking a lot better now. So Mr. Julian to rack the balls.
And just having a chat with Carlo Blasi in the background. Carlo, I think I'm right in saying got the opportunity on the main World 9-Ball Tour arena table recently when he drew Andy Goldstein in a round.
Was that the UK?
I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah, we had a few of the GB9 guys on the TV table. We had Hassan Shahid against Barry Hearn. That was a fun one to watch.
I tell you what, I always find Barry very fun to watch. He's definitely a character.
Oh yeah, a huge personality, Barry.
And very soon there'll be a Netflix special about Matchroom being released in the next week or so. Keep your eyes out for that. I can't confirm or deny whether 9-Ball will make an appearance in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say that there were a lot of camera crews around us for the last year or so.
Well, Barry Hearn, or at least a fictionalized version of him. Did you ever watch that? Oh, that's nice. That's worked out okay. The Rat Pack.
I think, yeah.
The story of Alex Higgins and Steve Davis, Jimmy White. You know.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, that was really enjoyable. That.
With like the CGI snooker balls on the table.
Yeah, I did enjoy that.
Not sure what angle he's got here on the 3. You know, you'd like to be just dead straight. I think he's a little bit high on it, so he'll have to go off the side cushion and back again. Yeah, he's made sure he's not made any contact with the 5 that could have potentially knocked things a little bit Pete-tong there. So this is good.
I don't think I've heard that phrase for a little while.
Certainly not out of an accent like mine. I'm trying to, you know, if Chris Patient can be here, I'm going to chuck in a few Cockneyisms.
Apples and pears.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, he's looking more relaxed now, more composed. This is what we're more used to seeing from Liam. Yeah, that's it. Nice little bit of angle to just stun out.
Danny's point of view, he just needs to get a grip of this before it becomes a real problem, before he gets too far behind.
Mm-hmm. So that is now 3-1.
The highs and lows of 9-ball, as Dan lets us know that he's never playing again after one bad match.
You may have overheard that before I quickly scrambled for the mute button before you heard something unbroadcastable. Yeah.
To be fair, I don't think Dan's ever the character to ever say anything completely unbroadcastable, but yeah, he's certainly feeling down at the moment. It can be a very soul-destroying game, can't it? I like that one, with his nickname being the Soul Destroyer.
Bit of a deep cut for the guys in the chat that may not know. Alright, so here we have Liam to break. So Liam now with, again, a problem to solve. I think he's got a decent amount of this 3-ball. Could potentially go for the pot, depending on how he's feeling. I might just try and play safe off it and send it towards the 4. Now he is going for the pot, that's good. Yeah.
You can see just by his body language, he's much more confident than he was in the first round.
And he's played the shot to the conditions there. You know, if you hit that smooth, you've got a lot of wiggle room off the near jaw. And that's a nice one as well. He's held that well. That's so easy when you put a little bit of a stroke on it like that. It's so easy to throw it away, or throw the ball away from the pocket. So got one more good shot here just to hold for the 7. I fancy him for these. And there's a little. The way he's trying to play that to punch out from the side rail and back out again, he's had to hit that hard, and just a little bit of a quick delivery there. So Danny with a chance. He'll really be wanting to make sure he gets these away.
You can see already just the amount of times he's looked at the angle on the 7. He's not confident.
Just a little bit of a back cut, like he just doesn't want to. Yeah, that's fine. He just didn't want to kind of float out too much towards the centre, like the middle of the table, horizontally, as we would say there. He's held that well. Ooh.
Big miscue.
Yeah, that's going to sting. You can see there, I think he was trying to draw to the side rail below the middle pocket and then back over, but that wasn't. Yeah, that's going to sting. And that's a good shot from Liam.
Just wants it to hold up.
Yeah.
It's just running and running.
Ooh, yeah, oh God, I did not expect that to go that far.
Yeah, he's straight down on it, but his face did suggest that maybe he wasn't on it. But he is okay.
So he's done well to hold that. Just play it as soft as possible and still make it. Queuing off the rail easy. Should still make these, but you never like queuing off the rail.
A little smirk on his face. He knows that one could have rattled and stayed.
Yeah.
He's got away with it.
So easy to do that when you're just queuing off the rail like that. They do become a little bit missable.
So as I alluded to earlier, Danny is going to have to stop this rot sooner rather than later. That miscue won't have filled him with confidence. And Julian's actually having to clean this cue ball meticulously. There must be a big mark on it.
Mm-hmm.
But he's had chances.
Yeah, he has. And that's what will make it sting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. I know. I remember. I can just about remember playing. And when someone beats you, someone beats you. I have no problem with that. When you have chances and you beat yourself, that's much tougher to take. In the other semi-final match, Mark Capito is 3-2 up on Dean Shields, so that one's staying tight early doors.
Julian finishes racking the balls, and we are 4-1. Quite a one-sided affair at the moment to Liam Monk, and it will be Danny to break. He needs to just compose himself. There's still plenty of pool in this left yet. Still plenty of pool left in it yet.
Easy for you to say.
Yeah, in situations like this, you just try and think, just don't let him get to the hill. As long as he's not on the hill, you've got a reasonably... Oh, hello. Crush these. He's made the 1 ball, he's made the 2 ball, he's made the 5 ball, and he is lovely on the 3. Question of the day, pool fans, is that 7 available to the right middle? I think it is.
Tough to see.
Yeah, I think that goes. Now this right, so he's Previous frame, he had a shot where he had to put a draw stroke on the ball and he miscued. He's got to put because of the angle he's got to put a very good stroke on this. Saying that, you know, if you hit it well, you can kind of pinch this quite a decent bit. That is much better. That's a great shot. Under the circumstances and the pressure he's under, especially with the last frame going how it went, that's great. That shows a lot of character. So now we find out, because Danny will have checked, does the 7 go? He may elect to open them out here, and he has done, and he's played it really well. A little bit unfortunate that this isn't straighter. I believe he's got a choice of which way to play this. You can either play the 7 to the middle, in which case you're probably going up and down. Oh, he might try and drag it in and kill the cue ball with left-hand side off the top rail. Or you can try and play the 7 to the corner and avoid that scratch in the middle. I think, yeah, he's playing the 7 to the middle, which, to be honest, I think is probably the right way to do it. And he's killed the white. That's lovely. I think that's about as well as you could be on the 8. In saying that, got a lovely angle here just to come up. Don't try and punch this, just drop it in. Actually be looking to play the 9 to the bottom left pocket rather than the bottom right pocket. Yeah.
Might just run past that position. 50-yard line. It's okay.
Okay to the middle. Yeah, he was going to have the choice of, well, he'd have been very unlucky not to have the choice of either corner or left. Well, as you say, yeah, he wasn't far off that horrible little 50-yard line. We were in no man's land.
Well, that'll be so good for him. Finally taking advantage of a chance he's had. And he had to play a nice little cannon shot in the middle of it as well. Open up a couple of balls. And he seems to have learnt the pace of the table a bit more now. So
yeah, that's character. That is a sign of character. You know, he's ostensibly thrown away the previous rack. And then he's come back and responded to the pressure he's been put under with a break and run. So it'll be lame to break here. That's 4-2. Big difference to 5-1. So Liam Monk to break. He's made the 1 in the side. 2 ball up to the top rail and bulk. There's going to be a safety here. As we see, you know, as you were saying earlier, Ben, with the racking rules, where the 2 has to either be on the wing, either wing ball or the back ball, it is just so hard to predict where it's going to end up.
yeah, and we all want that because we don't want easy run-outs every time. Nothing more boring than somebody just putting all the balls all the time. We like all this safety play. We like these mistakes.
Speaking of mistakes and safety play, Liam has just misjudged that. He's got the kiss of death on the 4 ball. Stopped the cue ball dead and left pretty much ball in hand position for Danny in this 2 ball. And looking at the layout, looking at the lay of the land here, we've got the 4 passes the 7, 5 passes the 8. Everything connects pretty nicely. You can just draw this back a little bit or punch out. I think punch out from the side cushion here if you can. Yeah, it's all right.
He's not happy with it, the way he's looked at the heavens.
No, he's actually landed. Yeah, he's landed quite straight.
Yeah, he may have to play short side now.
I think he will, yeah, just run this forward short side. I thought at first he'd maintained a little bit of angle to just stun down for the 5 in the same pocket, but yeah.
Well, his intentions are quite clear from where he's leaving the cue. He wants to go past the 7, but still leave the 5 to the same pocket. It's a bit of danger that way if you underhit this. Well, he's gone through.
That's pretty good. I think he's got a good angle here to stun over, stun up for the 6. It's hard to tell. I think he's got it. I think he's got some angle. I have to punch over rather than stun over. Good effort. Might feel a bit hard done by to be left with this kind of back cut. How does he fancy getting on the 7? The 7's in the middle of the table, so you've got all sorts of options as to what pocket you want to take it to. I like just, screwing over to the left-hand side and back out. You're going to be on the 7 to
looks like Danny,
middle or top pockets.
Looks like Danny agrees with you. Yeah, he's played that very well. Just took out any possibility. There was, the natural angle was potentially running behind the 8, but why risk it? Why risk running into it or clipping it? No need.
Yeah, and I think he's potentially a bit low on the 7, but you don't mind that. No, it's quite straight. Actually, it might be high. Yeah, he's straight to high, so just top this forward a little bit. Yeah, you settle for like a little bit further away from the 8, but he's got great angle here to just stun up for the 9 in the bottom right pocket, so
just kept it simple.
yeah, I don't know if that's a little bit of a sign of like hesitation there. He's kind of played a bit of a tentative one there for me. Taking his medicine a little bit rather than trying to get too close to the line of the 9. Fancy him for this, but yeah. It's a little peek into the psychology of the player there, the way he's played that 8. Regardless, he now narrows the gap to 4-3. He is looking a lot more composed. He's playing it well, and going back to what I was saying, even if he has played that 8 just a little bit tentatively, sometimes you do that. Sometimes, where he wasn't potentially settled in and feeling confident in his cueing earlier, sometimes you just have to make those little adjustments. If you feel like you might be bringing your B game, don't try and play your A game.
You're full of them today.
Yeah. Not that I think he's bringing his B game. I think he had a little bit of maybe a ropey start, but he's looking a lot better now. But you can't knock the fact that he's had a break and run on a good clearance there. And he'll be breaking here as well, so he's got the initiative. If he can get to 4-4 here, that's huge, considering he was 4-1 down. And that'll really put the screws on Liam. Especially because it was a bit of a loose quite a loose safety from Liam that let Danny in the previous rack. So here we've got the 2 at the back of the pack. And let's see where this ends up from this break. right down in the middle of the bolt cushion.
You seem to take a bit off that brake for me. It's with the two at the back of the pack, I often see a lot of the top pros give it a bit more. Make sure that, because the line of that two ball's nearly guaranteed unless it runs and hits something else. So often they'll put a bit extra on it to get it off that third rail.
So is he playing to kill the white in bulk and send the two up? No, it's going the other way. Oh, that's pretty good, you know. Yeah, okay, there's a little bit of an edge. Maybe. But he's got Liam queuing over the 6. He's covered most of the 2 with the 5, if not all of it. He may actually have covered all of it. I'm trying to look from my seat. Can't see it, you know. From the way he's queuing it, you can see an edge.
Just needs a bit of luck here. He might get it. Might get it. No, he just stuck out. But
that's not too bad.
Awkward queuing here for Danny.
Yeah. Don't know, do you? You could potentially be tempted into going cushion first. You know, even though you're not hooked, still playing a bit of a kick and stick. I don't think it's the right shot, though. Well, I say I don't think it. It's not. But it's kind of hard to get this safe from where he's having to cue this. Ooh.
Yeah, it was pretty horrible one to have to cue.
Yeah. What led me to think about the kick and stick there was you could play it and at least then you'd be able to get your cue somewhat flat and avoid queuing over the 6. Well, you had no real blockers to hide behind on the right hand side of the table, so it was quite a good chance of selling out. As has transpired, this is a chance. It's not an easy shot. A lot of control to do here. Yeah. It's just
Essentially thinking about making sure he got that gap.
playing it like that kind of floaty way, and yeah, it's, you know, playing it not quite slow, but like you're not hitting it firm. It's just so easy to just throw it a bit. So I think he's going for the cut here. I think you've got to. Avoid the kiss on the 9. It's not too bad. I think you go into the maybe go into the 8 and 4 here potentially. It's a tough one to hold. Alternatively, I don't know. I don't like trying to like play this with check side to. Yeah, I don't like trying to go check side and then take the 4 into the bottom right pocket. So again, back cut to the middle. He's pretty much going to be going straight into the 5.
Yeah, he's going to have to.
So key here is just try and control this. Potentially.
That's a really good shot.
Yeah.
Really, really good shot. And I'd have seen a lot of people try and hit that with a lot more pace and get it out. But he knew as long as he hit it that way, he was going to leave it to the top left. It's been solid since he's been 4-1 down.
Yeah. He'd like to be dead straight on this, but I don't think he'll be complaining too much. Just off the side cushion, back out again. I like to take the 9 in the same pocket as the 8 here. I don't like trying to hold.
Just stood up on the shot there. I don't know if someone in the background distracted him.
I think he might be... Yeah, he just wants to be absolutely sure of what he's doing here.
Nothing wrong with that.
Looks like he's... Yeah, he's held that well.
Liam in the background puts his cue down. He knows this one's done.
Again, he was actually thicker on that than I thought he was on the 8. I thought it was a little bit thinner. I keep getting caught out by these camera angles. Sitting there thinking, oh, I might have to go across for the 9 in the same pocket, but no, he's taking these well. So from 4-1 down, Danny has now tied it up at 4-all.
Yeah, in this semi-final, right in the balance. Let me ask you, how did your first match go in the Tier 1 event?
Oh, man. Les said I was hitting the ball all right, but I just struggled with the table pace. You know, I was playing on the outside tables, which are not quite as quick. And I had a few little funny cannons in off and try and float past the ball and it grips and you run into it and you're hooked. So, you know, all the excuses I can think of. I was hitting the ball all right. You know, I was hitting the ball all right. Like, just a few little things didn't go my way and Dave Hopkins punished it.
Yeah, well, he's certainly capable. I remember watching it, I think it was Florida Open actually. He took Tyler Steyer all the way and essentially could have won that one. So no shame in losing today.
So it deposits the 1 in the side pocket. Now, rather than the 2 going up to the baulk cushion, it is now on the bottom cushion.
Yeah, it flew out the pack and I thought it was going to end up somewhere near mid-table, but it just got a couple of nasty kisses and just stayed flat on that rail. And push out is the only option. And yeah, it's very quickly just leaving distance. I thought he might give that back, and he has immediately.
A bit of a toughie here. Let's see what he had in mind. I think he's trying to get behind like these blockers on the right-hand side.
I always thought that 4 was going to be a problem. But even so, there's a huge distance there. This isn't easy.
Looking to just float this in for the 3. Toughie.
Not the worst leave though, is it? So held his hand up. The way he's held his hand up, I wonder if he can see any of this too.
His body language, I don't think he can. No. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be trying to kick at this. 1, 2, 3 rails. Try and come off the left-hand rail behind the 2. See what sort of result you get. Yeah, toughie.
Yeah, there's that slick table as well. Meant that the side didn't grip anywhere near as much as he was expecting.
So now, Danny with ball in hand. The only real issue on the table is the 4 and 5, but that's a very makeable combo. Ideally, he'd like to be right behind the 4 and 5. Making absolutely sure of the 2 there, putting the white 2 inches behind it. Taking nothing for granted.
Yeah, and I quite like the way he's played this cue ball here. Because now, even with if the 4 ball flicks out to the left-hand side, if he catches it a bit thinly, means cue ball should be doing similar. But he's actually played it all right.
The thing is here, I think, well, he's going to be queuing over the 8. Oh, no, he can get between it.
Stretching though.
See, I can't relate to this. I would never even consider the stretch here. Being 6'5" has its perks sometimes. So he's having to reach over for this. You can get to the... Well, from his perspective, the bottom left of the cue ball. Because of the angle, he just couldn't really get back above the 9, so he's had to settle for a longie there. That's what. Personally, on the 4-5, I would have liked to have been right behind it. But this is well, he's got to play a shot now. This is tough. Dealer's choice here on whether he goes for short side off one rail or if he tries to go twice across. I think he'll go for short side. He's played to go twice across. Oh, he's scratched. That's brutal. That's a lifeline to Liam Monk.
Yeah, that's what he would have wanted. Liam, he's really struggled the last couple of racks. 3 simple balls now to retake the lead. He's got into that a bit.
That's all. That was quite close to going wrong.
Lucky.
He mustn't have fancied it to the
middle.
To the middle.
Yeah, he's deliberately played it like that.
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it's the sort of one, like, if you're feeling a bit nervy and like you think, like, oh, you know, he's that near jaw in the middle looks like Mount Everest. You know, you maybe wanted to take that to the corner. That was not far off. Like, you know, when they're that close, just another half rotation there takes you into the territory of having to play like a nasty little back cut.
He's just looked across at me. Yeah, he definitely didn't mean it.
Trying to give him some credit. Yeah, Rice, the pressure can do things to you, man. We've all been there. Still, as is, 5-4 is 5-4.
Yeah, I'd be very happy to retake the lead. Just had a conversation with someone there with 0 words, and I know exactly what was said.
Send prayers in the chat for Ryan Grant, please. Go straight to the bar. I think we know what that means. Danny to break at 5-4 anyway. 1 in the side. 2 ball again going to not very friendly places. Well, I say not very friendly places. He's got more of a shot on this 2 ball than probably either player's had on the 2 ball after the break.
Yeah,
the last 2 or 3 racks.
You've got to be happy with that, really. It's first in, open shot, if not easy.
Got to run this forward. Now, does he fancy playing this with top right to kind of check towards being able to play the 3 in the bottom left? Because the 7's a huge ball for you to try and like swing round. I don't think the 3 passes the 8, but I'm saying that I could be wrong, actually. Might check the camera.
Yeah, that goes. That goes. I'm comfortable that goes.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, so you got options here. Oh no, he's playing safe. I like that. I like that.
It's good pace.
Yeah. Didn't try and do anything too fancy with the white, just made absolutely sure of getting the object ball safe. That's nice. I think he has left an edge. You just got to be careful you don't poke the 2 on here. Can happen if you catch it a little thick. That's good. That's good. Get past the 5.
Well, that would do.
Yeah.
Julian's going to have to be on this.
He's moved into position. Doesn't even need to be asked. Here he comes. There he is. Yeah, good.
Good hit, and it looks like it might be an okay result.
Ooh, I don't know.
Yeah, I think he's okay.
Yeah. Little tap of the table there. So I think it'll be 1 rail, try and kill the white in bulk. 2 off the side cushion. Again, just basically trying to set up a similar sort of snooker to what he's in now, just in the opposite direction. Or he might try and swerve it. Well, he might try and swerve and throw it in. He has done. What a shot.
I honestly didn't even consider that as a possibility. That's a brave shot to take.
Minerals.
Oh, what a good shot.
Absolute minerals. So here, you just want to make sure you leave yourself a nice angle on the 6. You can pick your poison really. You can come back and just leave yourself like a little bit of a slight back cut. Or you can leave yourself... I was about to say you can leave yourself a bit of a thinner cut and go off the rail. As it is here, he's on a bit of a funny angle. He has got enough. He has got enough to play with here. He just needs to hit this a bit firmer, and he's played that pretty well.
Big 9 ball low.
Ooh. Nah, it's alright.
It's okay.
He got a shake of the head. Doesn't look I mean, I don't know enough about his... I've not watched him play a huge amount, so I don't know enough about his mannerisms, but he looks a little bit flustered. Not quite flustered, but like a little bit edgy. He's still getting down and hitting them well, though. Yeah, that's it. So now it's 9 to widen the gap to 6-4. And Danny is once again under the cosh.
And let's just get you up to speed with what's going on in the other semi-final. And Mark Capito is playing Dean Shields. And it's now 5-3 to Mark Capito, so he's kept that 2-rack advantage. But he's not running away with it yet. Players here playing for a £2,000 first prize. Prize money seems to be going up every event as we get more and more entrants.
It's a 2,000, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
And obviously you've got the 3 other events as well with prizes, Tier 1, Tier 2 and the Pro event. So plenty of opportunities. And it's quite nicely paid down to the last 16 in the main event. And when we get the full 96-man field, that will filter down to the last 24 as well.
So now Liam Monk to break here, leading 6 racks to 4. Sorry, Julian, I beat you to it. There he is.
It's now official.
There's the 2 on the side. I think that's 4 passes the 8, or you can certainly use the near jaw to pinch a little bit. Yeah, loads of room. Got to do a bit with the white here, and it's up to him really how he wants to play this. I know some players like to stun this over, draw it over. Others like to go forward. I like to go forward here. Well, actually, with it being a little bit out from the rail, maybe stun over. Either works for me, though. And it's based purely on preference, what you take here. Oh, that's good. He's used all the pocket, but that's pretty good. Nice angle on the 5 here. Wants to land straight or close to on the 6. And that's alright. Just float this down. Nothing too complicated. Just drop it in. This will sting for Danny. Having worked hard to bring himself back to 4 all, he is now looking at the possibility of being once again from 3-1 down. He fought back to 4 all, overcame a 3-rack deficit. He's now faced with, assuming Liam puts these away, having to do that again and overcome another 3-rack deficit. That's it.
Yeah, nice breaking run. And 2 away now for Liam Monk. Getting to being the first man into today's main event final.
That's 7-4.
Mark Capita now leads Dean Shields 6-3 in the other, so he has made a bit of a gap there for Dean to have to chase down.
So it'll be Danny to break here. Has he got like not sunglasses but like transition lenses?
Yeah, they look like it. I don't know if it's a medical thing. Not sure. It's not something I've ever asked him about, to be honest. I don't think they ever sort of change.
Okay.
So I think it's a permanent lens.
Yeah, I've got a pair of transition lenses that sometimes, if I'm under like bright light, even indoors, they start like darkening on me.
Yeah, that could be what it is.
Yeah.
Do you ever have problems in the car? If you were driving, sometimes I hear they struggle to change behind a UV light, a UV window. Or
Yeah. No, they seem to be all right. Making that adjustment, but I've got like an anti-glare coating on them as well, so that kind of all the coatings and mad stuff I could get on them. So right, do you fancy the bank? Nah, he's be playing safe here.
Don't think he's got there though. He really hasn't.
Do you fancy the combo? I'm just looking for the aggressive shots here.
He was lining it up
Anyone's gonna shoot
immediately,
at.
to be fair, so might be on his mind. Yeah, he's looking at it again.
I think it's 7-4 up. If you want to really hurt your opponent and punish a mistake like that, we're like, okay, he's not exactly holding the ball, but he's not got a safety. Yeah, I don't blame him for going for that. I think the psychological payoff would have been worth it if he made a run out from there with that combo. So Danny now with a chance. Everything goes. 5 passes to 7. Nice angle here on the 3. A little bit of a longie, but don't have too much to do with the white here. Just Just a little bit of bottom just to bring it up for the 4. Don't overcomplicate it. That's it. Lovely. Now 4 to 5 to 6. Just make sure you leave yourself nice enough on the 5 to give yourself options in the 6. I like landing for like the screw shot. You know, just leave yourself slightly, as we look at it, to the left of the 5, but above it, just to be able to play the. I was going to say just to be able to play, you know, play a little draw shot out for the 6 in the bottom left corner. He's trying to go around the table there into the line of the shot, as you would say. He's on this 5, but he's just a bit longer than he'd like to be, and a little bit thinner than he'd like to be. This is still, on paper, this is still fine. You can still get to where you need to be. But as you see there, just a little bit of a tougher shot. Saying that, he's played it very well. He's judged that pace beautifully. And now you really fancy him to take these.
Yeah, Liam will be questioning his decision making, trying to go for that fairly tricky 2-3 combo, and he left this chance, and Danny stepped through the wide open door that Liam left.
There we go. So narrows the gap now to 2. 7-5, and who's going to be breaking this? I think it'll be Liam to break.
Liam's just taken a time out. Let's go and resettle himself. And while he does that, I'm just going to remind you of what's coming up on the World 9-Ball Tour calendar in October, because it is stacked. So we have the Perry Open in Da Nang, and that is followed by the Hanoi Open, October 7th till 12th. One of my favourite Open events, that is. The crowd is unbelievable there. Over 3,000 people pack out that stadium pretty much every day.
Oh, it's huge.
It's so much fun. And I'm sure they're going to do us proud again. And then just a few days after that finishes, we get the Reyes Cup, which is now Team Asia versus Team Rest of the World. And the new structure means there's a new method of qualifying. So I'll just talk you through how that works. The cut-off date will be the Hanoi Open, so it'll be right after that. But some of the positions are pretty much filled already. So for the Reyes Cup, we're going to have non-playing captains, which are going to be announced soon. And then for the Rest of the World team, you've got the highest USA ranked player, which is guaranteed to be Fedor Gorst at this point.
Mm-hmm.
You've got the highest European ranked player, which is wide open, absolutely wide open. At the minute, you've got Josh Filler, $11,000 ahead of Claudio Cacci. Claudio.
So it's going off prize money rather than Fargo.
Yeah, sorry. When I say highest ranked, I mean on the one-year ranking list. So Claudio had a good run to the semi-final of the World Championship, which put him in a prime position. I'd love to see someone like that getting in, a young gun. FSR's just behind them. Niels Feyen back in the hunt, and Jonas Suter, who's won 2 non-major events this year.
From Spain, I believe.
Yeah, he's really come on strong. And then there's a myriad of players just behind that. So anybody that does well at the Perry Open or Hanoi Open could easily take that spot. And then they have 2 captain's picks. Once we know who the captains are, they'll be announcing them, and a wild card pick as well.
So coming back into the action here on our TV table, we have got the table 7-5 up. You feel like a good safety's incoming here. Got a lot of balls to hide behind, a few options of how you want to play it.
And the players have struggled with the pace of the table. We saw Danny a couple of racks ago, or last rack even, sell out a little bit of a shot with a slow shot. And Liam might have just left the gap here.
Yeah, don't blame him for going for the aggressive shot there. Wasn't easy. Oh, yeah, I think. No, Danny's going for the short cue.
No, he's actually picked up his playing cue.
Oh, keep mixing them up.
So you can either see it or you can hit this rail first. Rail first might be preferable anyway.
Tough positional shot if you can get through it.
Yeah. Is it going to drop? It's just going to sit there. And that's trouble.
Liam Monk with a chance to punish. These are horrible little ones to play position off when they're that deep in the jaw. I'm saying that it's not super deep, but even then, you still got to kind of control this.
Yeah, even rail first is tricky, because that's what you'd normally do, just to flick across to the right hand side, but that 4 ball comes into play then. It's blocking the way to the 3.
Yeah, I think no matter what, you're aiming for that gap between the 7 and the 4. He's got it. Middle pocket. Ooh.
Oh, it just falls in. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
So now initiative Danny. So a little bit of a problem, well, I say problem, just something to be wary of here is that you don't snooker yourself from the 4 till 5. You know, with the 9 being where it is, you just want to make sure you get below it. Personally, I prefer to settle for being low, you know, even low on the rail on the 5, so long as you avoid the risk of snookering yourself behind the 9. But Danny's just taking a good look at the table here, making sure he's got it all planned out. Taking a little moment to settle himself, be absolutely sure of what he wants to do. I'm just going to have to stretch for this a little bit.
Yeah, he really wants to be sure, doesn't he?
Yeah, this is bordering on too long for me. I think with the shot clock, you're kind of forced into playing the shot. Whereas now you can go down all sorts of mental rabbit holes.
Yeah, that's. I honestly believe the shot clock helps the players. I know there's an argument saying they need a bit of time to think about tricky situations, but he's going to play the first shot he thought of here, 100%. And he's going to be very close to that 6 ball. Julian's just taking a look. No, he's okay. Otherwise, Julian would have called the foul. Yeah, and lots of doubt and other ways of playing it can creep into your mind if you've not got a shot clock. And I really, really do think it helps. It's amazing how many players improve with a shot clock that are normally maybe not the quickest normally.
So this is good. Okay, you're going kind of away from the 6 here, but just drop this in. A little bit of top. You're not going to be going too far away from it. You just settle for that little bit. Yeah, a little bit further away from the 6, but this is still fine. You know, this is much preferable to potentially having tried to land inch perfect, and then snookering yourself behind a 9 or something. So I like just running this up. Maybe take the 7 down to the top left corner as we look at it. Or potentially take this to the middle. Dealer's choice. Yeah. He's played that well. Nice and composed. He's taking these in a good rhythm.
Yeah, played that one well as well. So
just drop this in. I think he might be able. Oh no, he was. No, he did have angle. Thought he was straight.
yeah, not a lot though. So he's had to hit it quite hard to push the cue ball down even a little bit.
This 9 to narrow the gap once again to 1 frame.
Yeah, he's rechecking it. He's a bit disappointed he's stretching. I think that's why he got up so quickly. Made sure. 7-6 it is.
Where Danny's just taking a timeout. And Liam just has to sit in his chair and wait.
Yeah, so just going back and take the opportunity to finish off what I was saying about the Reyes Cup. So you know how the rest of the world team is going to be picked. Reyes Cup for Asia. It's going to be a similar slant. The highest ranked Filipino is going to get in the team automatically because they're the host nation, and that's guaranteed to be Carlo Biardo after his World Championship win earlier this year on a massive $281,000 just on the World 9-Ball Tour winnings alone this year. And then the highest ranked Asian non-Filipino, and that's guaranteed to be Aloysius Yap, who's had just the most wonderful year.
Oh, he has, hasn't he?
Snapped off 3 events in a row just recently in America, and then before that he won the UK Open. Yeah, it's just, you'd think with the World Championships being $250,000 to the winner and other events being 40, or I think the US Open was 100, you'd think he's still going to be well short of Carlo, but he's only $20,000 behind him. So those 2 places are already pretty much locked in, and then similar to the rest of the world team, you've got 2 captains picks and 1 wildcard pick. So we'll see who those are going to be a bit closer to the time. But I don't know about you, I'd really like to see some young guns coming in. Someone like an AJ Manis, who's really exciting.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know, someone's going to miss out.
I watched AJ in person at the UK Open this year when I was down playing him. He's just great. You know, fearless. You know, what I would give to be like his age again, but with his ability, you know.
Yeah, he is a proper phenom. I watched a lot of him because he was in the Premier League this year, so obviously he got to play at least 15 matches. Only races to 5, obviously, but he never played any different. He is utterly fearless. Oh, 1 ball down, 2 ball down. And the 5.
Del Sim in the chat saying Rama only plays well when he's trailing by 4 or 5. Well, saying like, yeah, he's, you know, 4-1 down, brought it back to 4-4. He was 7-4 down, and you're nice 7-6. If he gets this back to 7-7, I think Liam will be sitting there like, oh, I just can't get rid of this guy. You know, he keeps coming back, snapping on his heels.
Yeah. Stefan in the chat asking prize for the winner. It's £2,000 to the winner of the event.
Prize for the winner or price for the winner? Is he looking to get? Is he looking for odds?
Well, yeah, it does say price. To be honest, I just assumed it spelt it incorrectly, but I'll assume it's prize because we're not offering odds. Yeah, £2,000 to the winner and 1,000 just for getting into the final. So the guys are playing for reasonable money for a fairly small field, 81 players I think it was at the start. And there's also the other events they got to play in as well. The pro event, these two will both be in the pro event tomorrow.
So Danny's played a push out there, and I don't know, like, you've got a big-ish pocket if you want to cut this 3 back in. You've got a big-ish pocket with a 9. Yeah, you're running into the 6, but I feel like you'd be hard done by not to have a shot at it. He's played safe. Right. So just rejoining the action here.
Ooh. Wow. I even saw he sent the cue ball down that path deliberately, but he's just not hit it hard enough.
Well, what do you do here if you're Liam? Pretty much full ball snookered on it. I think it's just like, you just got to hit this and hope for the best.
Well, yeah, I know. Obviously, that's a luck thing, and people don't like luck a lot of the time. But sometimes your best option is to try for luck. All you can do is try and hit this as hard as you can and make something happen.
See, look, he'll be aiming to get this in the general direction.
Absolutely. The way he's just lined it up, he's looking to get it off one rail off the side rail and down towards roughly where that 9 is, which is tried.
This looks close.
That's a great shot. He's made it. Oh, what a shot.
Highlight reel.
That's what a shot. But yeah, he didn't rely on that luck there. But some people do believe that, luck shouldn't happen. But
he's gone for a lot of that.
Yeah, he's absolutely.
Del Sim in the chat with crikey, yeah. You're trusted a little bit to luck there, but he's done everything he could there to get that as close to it as possible. That's a great shot.
He's absolutely nailed that. Crikey's such a good British word as well.
I was reading it in an Australian accent.
Yeah, fair.
Shout out Steve Irwin. Grew up on it.
That's going to be tough to beat for shot of the weekend.
That puts him on the hill. And once again, 2 racks in front. Danny with a mountain to climb here. Tom Stavely saying dreamy shot. Yeah, well, he's just got hit with a wombo combo there, man. After Danny got so close to carrying it in, for Liam to respond with that, my head would be in orbit. So this is where we see what this is where we see what the players are made of. We've been seeing what the players are made of all match.
Oh, 9 ball. It's in.
Oh,
it's
my
over.
God.
What a finish to this match. He's just hit that break absolutely perfectly. Cue ball off the side rail, comes back, cannons into the 9, into the bottom corner. 2 unbelievable shots to finish this match. And Liam Monk makes his way into the final. And we will bring you that match just as soon as we know who the other finalist is. Because right now, fighting it out.
He's played well, Liam has.
Yeah.
And you've got a feel for Danny there, because Danny was showing a lot of heart through that match. You know, he clawed his way back early doors from 4-1 down to 4-4. You know, he was starting to claw back there from, I believe he was 7-4 down. He got it back to 7-6, but then just... I mean, that's 9-ball for you there.
It is, yeah. Right now on the other table, Mark Capito is 7-5 up on Dean Shield, so still all to play for over there. But we will be back with you for the final just as soon as we can be.
I believe you'll probably be joined by Graham Hamilton in the booth for that.
Unfortunately, you've got some matches to play, John, so thanks very much for everything you've done today.
I'll love yous and leave yous. All right, goodbye.
Lock in, lights, camera, action. I don't fold a band when it's time to win. Trolling cause we're rolling under lights, we don't get anxious. Do it with a